Honorable Owen Baya.
Honorable Speaker, thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. I would like to lay petition number 81/0/2023 regarding gazettement of Kaya forests as forest areas under the Forest Conservation and Management Act of 2016. Honorable Speaker, I, the undersigned, on behalf of the people of Kilifi County, draw the attention of the House to the following. That the Mijikenda community occupies separate forest sites spread over 200 kilometers, mostly on low hills, ranging in size from 30 to 300 hectares along the coastal counties of Kwale, Mombasa, and Kilifi, containing the remains of more than 30 fortified villages known as Kayas, or when plural, Makaya. That the Kayas were created during the 16th century but abandoned in the 1940s and are now regarded as abodes of ancestors, which are respected as sacred sites, maintained by Council of Governors of Elders, inscribed as bearing unique testimony to our cultural tradition and for its direct link to a living tradition. Honorable Speaker, that the forests around the Kayas have been nurtured by the Mijikenda community to protect the sacred graves and groves and are now almost the only remains of the once extensive coastal lowland forests. That the Kayas provide focal points for Mijikenda religious beliefs and practices and are regarded as their ancestral homes. As such, they have metonymic significance to the Mijikenda and are a fundamental source of their sense of well-being in the world and of place within the cultural landscape of contemporary Kenya, seen as a defining characteristic of Mijikenda identity. Honorable Speaker, that since their abandonment as preferred places of settlements, the Kayas have transferred from the domestic aspects of the Mijikenda landscape to its spiritual sphere. As part of this process, certain restrictions were placed on access and the utilization of natural forest resources. That as a direct consequence of the above, the biodiversity of the Kayas and forests surrounding them had been sustained. However, the Kayas are under threat from both internally and from within the Mijikenda society through the decline of traditional knowledge and respect of the practices. The integrity of the Kayas relates to the intactness of their forest surroundings, which currently has been compromised. Honorable Speaker, that most Kayas have been under gazettement of the National Museums of Kenya, which emphasizes on conservation and protection of the heritage and cultural values, but not conservation of the forest. This therefore explains the increase in degradation of the forest resources and biodiversity. Honorable Speaker, that the matter presented in this petition is not pending before any tribunal, court of law, or independent body. Therefore, your humble petitioner prays that the National Assembly, through the Public Petitions Committee, 1, recommends to the relevant Ministry of State Government Department to identify Kaya forests areas along the coastal counties of Kwale, Mombasa, and Kilifi for conservation purposes. Recommend that Kaya forests be gazetted as forest areas under the Forest Conservation and Management Act 2016, and recommend that during gazettement, management respects the needs of individual Kayas and to integrate the conservation of natural and cultural resources and traditional and non-traditional management practices. And lastly, Honorable Speaker, makes any other recommendations or actions it deems fit in addressing the plight of the petitioners. I thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you, honorable members. And before we go to the next order paper, I just want to bring to the attention of members that there is now in circulation a supplementary order paper which had been approved by the Speaker. Those who have comments on the petition, I can see member for Malindi. Oh, you pulled out your card. Amina Mnyanzi, did you want to comment on this? Okay.
Asante sana Mheshimiwa Spika kwa kupata nafasi hii niweze kuongelea kuhusu kuweza kuhifadhi kaya yetu sisi kama Wamijikenda. Jambo la kwanza ni mshukuru Mheshimiwa Owen Baya ambaye ni jirani yangu kule upande wa Kilifi North kwa hili jambo ambalo ameweza kulifikisha hapa Mheshimiwa Spika. Na ninaposimama hapa Mheshimiwa Spika, na muunga mkono Mheshimiwa Owen Baya tuweze kuhifadhi makao yetu sisi kama Wamijikenda. Mheshimiwa Spika, Mheshimiwa Spika, hiyo ndio ni tamaduni yetu sisi kama Wamijikenda, na sisi ni lazima tuweze kuhifadhi sehemu kama hizo ili iwe ni funzo kwetu sisi na kwa vizazi vingine ambavyo vinakuja. Mheshimiwa Spika, sisi kama Wamijikenda tuko na mila na tamaduni zetu, na tunapoondoa hizo mila za kaya na hivyo vitu vyote, Mheshimiwa Spika, ni kwamba tunaondoa mila na tamaduni zetu na hatutakuwa na jambo lolote la kujivunia sisi kama Wamijikenda. Kwa hivyo leo nasimama hapa kuunga mkono mswada huu na kusema kwamba ni lazima tuhifadhi makaya yetu, lazima tuhifadhi culture yetu sisi kama Wamijikenda ili tuweze kusaidia vizazi vinavyokuja. Asante sana Mheshimiwa Spika.
Asante. Member for Nyaribari Masaba, Honorable Manduku. Honorable members, if you're interested in please press the, okay, I'll give it then to Honorable Kahindi Katana, member for Kaloleni.
Asante Bi Speaker kwa kunipatia nafasi hii. Kwanza nataka ni mshukuru ndugu yangu Owen Baya kwa kuleta petition hii katika bunge letu. Bi Speaker, kaya ni sehemu moja ya desturi za Wamijikenda kimila, na kwa sababu kaya ni sehemu ya msitu ambapo sisi Wamijikenda na vizazi vyetu ama waliotutangulia ni mahali tunaenda kufanya maombi matakatifu, kuomba mvua, kuomba afya njema na tuwe na chakula ama tuombee amani taifa letu. Hii misitu ya kaya inatakikana kuhifadhiwa bila kuharibiwa, kwa sababu umeona juzi kulikuwa na zoezi la kupanda miti. Kama hizi kaya ambazo ziko ni msitu mikubwa inaweza kuhifadhiwa, na pia tuongeze jambo ambalo nataka tuzingatie Bi Speaker, ni kwamba baadhi ya kaya zetu zimenyakuliwa na sasa zinaanza kujengwa majumba ya kifahari, haswa sehemu za Kwale na sehemu za Kilifi. Mambo kama haya yanaathiri utamaduni wetu kama Wamijikenda. Kwa hivyo mimi ninaunga mkono ndugu yangu Owen Baya kuleta hoja hii, na tuendelee kulinda misitu yetu, na pia itambulike, iweze kuwekwa katika kisheria kwamba kuharibu misitu ya kaya inakuwa ni hatia. Asante Bi Speaker kwa kunipatia nafasi.
Thank you. I think we can move to the next order.
Order number 5, papers.
Majority Leader.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, as I lay these papers today, probably this is the last one for this session, is to wish and thank all members for their cooperation, and also wish them a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and also enjoy your recess. Those going to Rwanda, like my friend Opio and I, please enjoy the beautiful things in Rwanda.